Hello and welcome to the morning show. I want to play an ad on a song on YouTube, but the ad was running, and
These lines across my face tell you the story of a while. So many stories where
well, this isn't the song I wanted to play anyway. So, all right, I'm opening up the AMP app to see how the audio sounds for you guys, because last time we had to pivot. So let's see. We got a couple people in here. I'm going to open up the live chat and say, how is the audio? It looks like Chris is in here. Sippin' Mead says audio's good. Audio sounds pretty good. That's good. Maddie?
Morning.
The audio sounds pretty good. This isn't the Brandi Carlile song I wanted to play. She was doing another song, On the Rock, with Lucius, and I wanted to play that. But I chose the wrong one. She did Saturday Night Live recently. Welcome to the morning show. It's the morning show on AMP. I also think, announcement, we're doing Talking Yanks after this episode, a little Rodon talk. And I believe that it'll be live on my personal AMP because we have to make up hours on AMP. Because Jake and I were supposed to do these reaction shows during the season on AMP, and we didn't. I took myself off of talking baseball, so I took myself off a lot of stuff, so it was just kind of like on me. And AMP's like, what the heck? You're supposed to do these. And they're right. They're in the right, so we're giving them some other stuff. So since Talking Yanks and Talking Baseball will not be live anymore on YouTube, in the meantime, some Talking Yanks will be live on AMP to make up some hours and get people downloading AMP and hanging out with us, because AMP has been really nice to us and kind of a crucial part of our growth this year. So we're being nice back to AMP. So just be on the lookout. If you're a Talking Yanks listener and you're listening to this live, which is 9 people, I'll say hi to them. We got Cam Smith.
No, it's 9 likes. We got 22.
Oh, okay. Now some weird audio is coming through. We got Tom Ace, Trader Joe, TOF.
I wanted to test if emojis worked in the chat. They do.
They do?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, if weird audio continues, let us know and we can pivot.
Yeah, I can pivot to just the phone. You know what happened last time we did morning, Maddie, when we just talked about winter meetings?
Yeah.
One, on like YouTube, that got a lot of views. I don't know how that happened.
Talking Yanks shared it on socials with a clip of you talking about Aaron Boone.
Oh, I knew that Kyle was going to do... Well, this is part of the thing. I didn't see that actually went out. What was the reaction?
I didn't look at the comments, but, I mean, it took it from...
Where? I don't see it.
You don't see it?
I'm looking at Talking Yanks Twitter, and I don't see it.
Realize I don't have my phone, so...
Okay.
I'm offline.
It's kind of low. The audio's kind of low, Tom says.
Yeah, it's
but not
maxed
train
out.
track sounds.
We're virtually maxed out on the Roadcaster, so...
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying to see the tweet of morning, but I think you're lying. But Kyle told me he was going to do it. Have you seen it?
I think
Or
I
is it
did.
did Morning tweet it and then maybe Talking Yanks retweeted it?
Maybe.
No. Maybe it was just Instagram?
Maybe? Like a story?
What?
I feel like he would have tweeted it.
Whatever. We did the show, and it's basically just you and I have a conversation, and I talk about things now on morning, which is enjoyable, easier lift. I don't feel like, I used to do a ton of prep for the other stuff, which if we get back to that, we'll get back to that at some point. But some people are enjoying just the whatever. There's the talking. Kyle texted me because we talked about Kyle on morning, and we've been doing this show. And I've been doing the show as if I'm just talking to you
Yes.
and like the 10 people in the live chat.
They're like listening to us just converse.
Yeah. And when Kyle texted me that, I was like, fuck. When I was talking about you, like, I forgot you might listen.
Yeah.
But he was like, thanks. Like that.
Yeah,
it was nice to hear.
Right.
And then other people were listening, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess there are people that listen to this. So then I got rejuvenated a little bit, like,
Yep.
cool. And let's do morning, and let's just talk about whatever's going on in the office or whatever the live chat wants to hear company wise. And so we're in, and I think we have to make a ton of hours on morning as well. So we might be doing Thursday morning.
We're probably
Might
looking
be-
at it twice-ish a week.
Yes.
And then to answer one question I saw in the chat, we're currently switching podcast provider platforms, for lack of better words, hence why JJR is not on Spotify and Apple right now. But we do know that, and we're fixing it.
Oh, yeah, we're in the middle of the great migration.
Yeah, this week is a migration. That's why the last episode of Morning from Friday has yet to appear on Apple and
Maybe
Spotify.
that's why there's more YouTube views on it then.
Maybe,
It's
yeah.
not a lot. I mean, it's always like our little secret club of listeners, and
Yeah.
there's shows that are in active growth mode, and you tell the social team and collaborators to promote and like let's get eyes on this. Morning's not really on that list right now, and that's fine. The people that seek it out, I want it to be people that want to hear it. Oh, on YouTube he shared it. That makes sense. On the community on YouTube. Cool. I thought he was going to clip it and put it on socials. Maybe he has that in the chamber at some point.
I thought he had that. I don't know.
Did he tweet it from my Twitter?
Oh, maybe.
No.
We'll find that tweet one day.
Maybe from the main Jomboy Media account? I don't know. Whatever. So anyway, I got a little pep in my step. I liked the show we did. I liked giving people insight to behind the scenes at winter meetings and some other stuff. I like that Canobio just joined because he was setting up a camera, and then we talked about one inning league. I listened back to it because I was like, shit, what did I say about Kyle?
Right.
I know it was pot. I don't have negative things to say about people, but yeah. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
I also saw a chat come through that said they only hear that noise when we're silent.
Okay.
So I think
Which is
for the next 50 minutes, we just keep going.
Non-stop talking
Yes,
only. Okay.
yes.
All
Okay,
right.
your turn.
How?
Oh, kind of let it down.
Shit, I blew it. Hey, that video of all the WC footage hasn't been claimed yet from that we posted yesterday.
Oh, you're going to drop WCs on me?
The comments are really funny. Like, why are we not naming this sport? Like,
I forgot to read them. I wanted to read them.
Oh, they're really good. You don't. Obviously, I didn't have to treat it as secretive as I did, but it is good. I wonder how those videos are going to do. And I think I already got some emails because at the end I said, looking for someone to help with these.
Yes.
And I believe we do have someone that's starting January 1 that's going to help on that property, not with the video editing though.
Right.
More so like on this one. So I'm talking about this video series that I dreamt this up like, I don't know, a year ago. The concept of doing a whip around sports show for sports that nobody watches or understands, but the goal isn't to poke fun at these sports. Obviously there is some humor in like, what the fuck is this? But to actually shine the light on like cool plays or crazy scenarios and highlight like the good stuff from sports you don't watch. Like it's a very odd blend of, which I think is everything we try to do with like informative, actually cool, but also like, wait, what was that? That's kind of what I aim for in a lot. So, I mean, I thought of this idea so long ago to do this. I think maybe a year ago, I think when I was on paternity leave. And then I had no time and I was taking things off my plate. And I told Jack and Zoe when we were hiring them. I said, I have an idea. I think you guys might be good at it. It'd be like Weekly Dumb. You guys are the anchors, but it's all these other leagues.
Yep.
And they got their own stuff. They were into it, but
Now they're crushing.
and then they're crushing. They're doing so well. And then Katie took James away to Rochester with my mom for a week, and I moved all my computers up to the kitchen table.
Yep.
And I had like my laptop and 2 different desktops, and I was just recording footage of all these games and editing them up. And then I put out the first one, and I edited. Remember, I did like now it's got nice graphics that our graphics team made, but
Yep.
I made it myself. You helped record it, and then I did 3 in a row, and then we got busy with playoffs and stuff.
Yep.
But I think it's awesome. Obviously, the breakdowns will stay, but if I do a 30-second quote unquote breakdown style of an NLL play or a cricket play, no one's gonna click like that. That if it's its own video, it's not gonna get that much attention. But if you package them all at once and you play it off in that style of like, check this out. I bet you don't care about this. That's such a funny hook. I bet you don't care about this.
Yeah. And then if they don't care, they're like, yeah, I'm
You're
not
right.
going to leave a mean comment.
I didn't care. He's right. I
Yeah.
didn't. But then they're like,
Oh, wait, I did.
don't care, but I did watch that, which is that's like the aim for all the comments that we get is content I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah.
Like when we did the
Codenames
tournament, I said that. Like I said, people are going to leave the response like, I didn't know I needed this.
Yes.
And that's my favorite. That's what I aim for.
Great
It's like, all right, I don't want them to predict what we're going to do, but I want them to be like, fuck, this was good. I never saw this coming.
Yep.
But anyway, the one I just did had no players' names, coaches' names, standings, info, and I
Right.
want to have that, but I don't have time. So there's someone, and people know who he is, but I'll save it. Is coming on the first. So like, say I choose all those games, we would just send him like, hey, these are the moments I'm talking about, and then he would say that goal was scored by this person. They actually got traded, and then I can drop some actual like knowledge.
Yep.
As well as the silly jokes. Because the one I posted yesterday is just all silly jokes. There's no informative. And
Yeah,
the World Cup
but
stuff I had to do.
It's
like
still
that.
played.
Yeah, I enjoyed making it. I mean, I still, like, my closing line cracked me up, and I didn't plan on that. I just keep you up to date on the shit you don't care about. It was how I closed the video.
Right.
But we got some emails already of people like, you looking for editors?
I did see some.
I don't know if they're...
Sam and I are on that list, so we've seen those start to roll in.
I got a podcast pitch email. Should I read this on here? No, because you run the risk of being mean, right?
Yeah.
Well, John looked at it. I don't know if he responded. John reads all my emails first.
These
which
are
is
to
like
your personal.
That's the best. Have an EA now. I hate email, man. It's terrible. It just gets too many. Is the audio okay? You're phoneless? You don't have the chat?
I see the chat on the iPad.
What are they saying?
Fayal's family bought Codenames solely based on the tournament. That's nice.
Tyler Collin 19 said, would you like to eventually reach a point where you have a podcast show for every MLB team? No. Those are the hardest podcasts to do and to make profitable and not just lose money.
Yeah.
And there's probably 5 teams in MLB that have audiences big enough that are going to tune in to 2 episodes a week.
Mm-hmm.
And then buy merch and go to events and turn it in from just like a show to a brand like Talking Yanks is. And Talking Yanks is, a ton of work, but I naturally watch every single Yankee game and I read all the tweets. Like that's not going to change about my life, but no way. I mean, if Jake and I just did Talking Yanks, it would be a side hobby that funded like a yearly vacation for us every now and then.
Yep.
Or maybe a little more than that. I don't know. But that's what I always say. Like, if it's when we hire people, like, if you just want to do one podcast, then just do one podcast on your own. Love it, enjoy it, and have it be your side hobby, because there's nothing to gain from doing one podcast.
Yeah.
At all. So no, we're actually not. If someone wanted to come be Padres, they're on my mind because we went to San Diego. Like, we want to do a Padres show. I'd be like, oh, great. That could be your side show. Like, okay, Jolly Olive does Shea Station.
Yep.
Jolly Olive crushes it with he took over Stats That Exist. His YouTube video essays are going crazy. He does baseball ref guess, which is blown up and gone crazy.
New series coming.
He's got a new series coming. He's always thinking
Monday
of ideas.
Tuesday.
Those are all the big wins from Jolly. And Shea Station it's much harder to grow that. Like, we understand that's a much harder area. So no, podcasts of just one team are not a pathway to whatever, a job, I guess.
Yeah.
Or anything. So no, like a Rays podcast is never going to be something we would invest in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Rays, but not really. Good question though, because people always ask that. So it is a good question because people probably don't know that.
Yep.
What else should we talk about?
Somebody asked if Laughs from the Past is ever coming back.
Probably not. That didn't get... It never caught on like I thought it could. It had like a really wide range of audience. There's other shows, obviously, that do that. The Dollop is like the number one for like history comedy podcast. I wonder if they're still going. And there's other history podcast shows that are like, real historians, and that's their number one, and they're putting a ton of effort into it.
Yep.
We really like doing that because they're evergreen. So Laughs from the Past still gets a ton of listens. Like, still, not a ton.
Yeah.
I think Laughs from the Past got the same amount of downloads, like, as Morning or maybe even Shea Station this year, because people go listen to the back catalog on road trips and then just listen to all of them. I'd love to do it, but I mean, we don't have time. And it wouldn't be JJR would be ahead of that.
Yeah. Do you remember that's the first thing that I edited? Laughs from the Past?
Yes. And you made it good. Like, you put like pictures in over it and stuff. What's making you laugh?
Tyler got me good, if you read that comment.
Ray's podcast would be funny if you traded out hosts like every 3 weeks, like they do if you made every host scream until they lost their voice and they went on the IL. Yeah. And then the next guy came in, you're like, scream as loud as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah. And then
for people that don't follow baseball at all, that's how the Rays treat their pitchers. Throw as hard as you can for as often as you can. Okay, then you're going to get hurt, and then we're going to move on and go get another pitcher and hurt him.
Yeah. All those hosts just go to talking Brewers after that.
Brian said, hey, Jomboy, did you ever do your 1 day of holiday shopping that you set up last year on JJR? I did, November 18th. I got a ton of stuff. I got Maddie like something very small.
You got me something?
Very small.
Thank you. I'll get you something very
Think
small.
tiny, because don't think big. I got some stuff for the office that I don't know if I've decided, and I got a couple things for James that I just feel good about. Like, Katie's probably gonna do a lot of shopping, but I got two things I can put on the tree for him. There's two people I have to get big presents for. Katie, James, I got him, I guess, but he's one. And my younger sister. The way my family does it is, it's not a secret. It's just a swap.
Yep.
Instead of buying 10 people small gifts, it's $100 and we all pick a name, and it's like our gift exchange. So it's like buy stuff that's actually good. So I have my younger sister. I got her stuff, but I didn't do it on that shopping trip. But I did get some stuff. I got a lot of stuff for the office, like little games.
Nice.
And I got Jake. He likes popping pimples, and there was like a fake nose that you just like pours, like a little gross thing. So I got him that.
I can't do that.
I got him that. I mean, I like popping my own pimples if I need one. He'll like Jake will pop mine for me.
Ooh,
He
okay.
just likes popping pimples.
Right.
He's into it.
Um,
I took
I
James to the mall with me, so I didn't vlog it.
yeah.
Well, I put some pictures up when he was playing basketball in the back of that truck.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got Emily. She's so bad at gift giving because the second it gets delivered, she wants to give it to me.
Mm.
So then I, in turn, feel like I have to do that for her. So I gave her a part of her Christmas present yesterday. 3 books off of her Goodreads I Want to Read playlist.
Okay.
What's it called? List? What's a list of books called?
a booklet? I don't know.
I
Is there a
guess-
different word?
No, I guess
A
not.
book club? Are you thinking like a book club? 'Cause-
No.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah,
did she
got
enjoy
3
them?
books. Liked it very much, so that was good.
I have to get Katie stuff still. We have the same Amazon. So like I think I saw something that she got me because it's the same Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And I have stuff in my Amazon account that I want to get. But a couple of them are tech stuff, and Katie's like, the company should buy that. I'm like, yeah, but I just want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get it for this. I want to get a giant SD card
Oh, yeah.
because I've kind of got this. And sorry, I held up the little camera I've been doing my home vlogging with. So the SD card I'm using is 64 gigs, but I want to get a 250 gig one.
Yep.
I don't know if we have those in the office. But I can just send that to Sam or Christina and say, can you buy this for me? I also want to get a external battery
Yep.
pack because this dies a lot because I use it a lot.
Right.
Because I've just been setting it up on tables
Yep.
for my secret vlogs.
We definitely have at least one of those here. I've seen it.
And then I have a new a sleeping pillow for between my legs because mine's too worn out.
Okay.
Do you sleep on your side? You seem like a
Man.
back sleeper, if I'm being honest. You seem like a coffin sleeper. Just
I
like stiffing
have.
on your back.
I sleep all the ways.
Okay.
I don't have one. I do whatever feels good that night. But
Wow.
I have done all 4 sides I've slept on.
That's awesome.
Last night was stomach.
I sleep on my left side
Yeah.
pretty exclusively because I can sleep on the other side sometimes, but I'll always end up there because I like my mouth facing out.
Out
So
of the bed.
Out of the bed, so where
Yeah.
there's like more air and kind of colder air.
Oh, I thought you were going to say so you're not breathing on Katie.
No, she's a furnace, so like it's hot
Right.
on that side, and there's usually a dog there. But yeah, if you sleep on your side, you should have a pillow for between your knees. Otherwise, you could probably have lower back pain
Okay.
because it closes your hips, and then you're like
Yeah.
your lower back is turning, so your
Right.
knees aren't supposed to touch. It's so much more comfortable too.
I
But mine's
crack my
kind of like
back
faded.
every day when I wake up. Is
Yeah.
that bad?
No. Cracking knuckles isn't bad. It could mean that you have inflammation, which I have all over. Remember I had to go get
Yeah.
tested, and they couldn't figure it out. Probably have rheumatoid arthritis, but I haven't gone to a specialist. And so my knuckles crack. Everything cracks all the time.
Yeah. I just stand up, do one left, right. Good.
Feels good, probably. I want to buy some of this stuff, but yeah, maybe I should have the company buy it for me instead of buying it myself.
Makes sense. We definitely have one of those 256s somewhere.
Yeah. But if it's used by other people, I don't want to snag it, you know?
We have so many of those cards.
But I just want a big one.
Yeah.
I've been really enjoying, I don't know how long it's going to last, but I've been really enjoying documenting my life like a vlogger.
I mean, I don't watch all of the content that we put out, but those 2 videos I've watched all the way through.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder do I even have analytics on that channel, or is it too young?
I think every channel does.
Well, let me see.
They might be
People are
skewed.
enjoying them. Second one didn't have as many views as the first one, but that's fine. I don't care. It's for me, like we said. I mean, I just showed Nicky Cass a video of James
Holding the camera.
holding like a
It's the best thing ever.
James cam.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's this new one on this. I can show you right now. People can watch you watch it. It is so cute.
Right.
I know he's my son, so people don't care, but like, Man, it's perfect. He's doing a good job videotaping. And we're putting ornaments on the tree.
When he's carrying it, is he watching himself in the selfie thing?
Sometimes, but not really.
Yeah, just carrying it.
I try to put it on the selfie because that's the cuter shot.
Yeah.
But because he's right now he's just mimicking me.
Yeah.
And so he walks around and tries to point it at things.
Yeah.
And like says like talks to things.
Yeah.
Like he's filming like I do.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's really mimicking me now. So I blew my nose and then I threw out toilet paper this morning, and then he grabbed toilet paper off the rack and like did it on his nose and then threw it out.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so he's right now he's just like learning, and he wants to do everything, and it's actually really beneficial for like putting lotion on his face, because if I just put it on mine first, then he'll allow me to put it on his.
Right.
Yeah. Watch this video. I'll turn it so people can see it. They can see it when this comes out on Saturday anyway. It looks like it's just really good camera work.
Yeah. Great angle.
Yeah. Gets me, him, the dog, the tree, the ornament. Did he drop it?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's funny. And then he picks it up.
Is he still taking ornaments off the tree?
Well, I didn't see him yesterday. I just saw him in the morning and at night. So I think he was. I don't know. We'll see today if he is. But yeah, we put all the little balls, like the plastic cheat balls that aren't going to break, on the bottom.
Right.
And he just walks up. It's like he's at a fair.
Yep.
He walks up as like a prize, and then he like turns and runs to me and gives it. I have videos of that as well.
That's good.
So I've been enjoying doing that. So I saw people on the last episode of the morning being like, "Where's his channel? Where's his channel?"
Yes.
I changed the handle, so now it's youtube.com/@Jimmy or Jomboy
_.
So it's easy to find now.
Yeah, I didn't think that, because I would be surprised if the 20 people here didn't know that channel at this point. But yeah, if Kyle shared it to Talking Yanks, they're not going to know. And I struggled the first time I looked for it.
Well, I changed
every
it because it was just fucking random, like James 1278932.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. You wanted to come on the show? Wow.
You didn't book this room.
What?
You didn't book this
Oh, we didn't book the room, Maddie.
Oh, that's on me.
It's on Maddie. What?
I need this room.
We can leave.
You want me to leave? What are you? Oh, you're doing personal. Okay.
How much longer do you have? I can come back in a little bit, like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't book the room. We blew it. Someone needed to come in. Someone who's not on camera says, "I'm not going to be on camera." My sister, head of sales. I think that's her title. I think head of is like not a real title that we've been told we have to change. It's like a startup title. I think she's like director or fucking something bigger than that. I don't know.
Yep.
Tom A still can't find the secret channel. Well, let's bring Nicky in.
Yeah.
I tweeted that I was going to do that.
Yes.
Last 10 minutes of the show. And then, yes, like I said, we're going on Talking Yanks to talk Rodon for a half hour or so. That will be after this. And I believe it's going to be live on my personal morning channel. Tom Ace at youtube.com/@Jomboy_. I think that's the channel. Okay, so we're bringing in Nicholas Casano. Okay. Ready? I'm going to read you something and see your reaction. Have you ever read poems by the psychologist Roger Grant? Sorry, Granite.
Roger Granite? No.
Yeah. This show, Nicky, morning. Nicky's here.
Morning, everybody. How's everyone doing?
During quarantine, I did this every morning, and I would drink my coffee, and I would read a poem at the end of it or the beginning
I like
of
that.
every show.
I love that. Do you read poetry like when you're not recording morning? Or
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
It is true. It is
Okay.
true. You look at my bookshelf. It's all poetry. Because
Okay.
poetry is just like you can read one page at a time.
You're right.
So you don't have to like be sucked in.
Yeah, I love poetry. I mean, I couldn't name you a poet, but I love poetry.
This is how it works. This guy's just like a dad from New Jersey. I found this book at a bookstore.
Okay.
You say a page number. I used to always ask the people in the live chat, give me a page number, and then we read it, and then we'd give any. If we have no thoughts, we go eh,
Okay.
and if we have thoughts, we have thoughts.
Oh, I love it. All
So
right.
you have to give me a page number, and I'll read it. What was the page number they always used to choose, Maddie? And some people are in here. Nate Steele's in here. He was back in the old.
Is live?
line. Yeah, we're live. Well, we're live on AMP.
Okay. What's up,
20
everybody?
people.
20 people are here.
Nice.
But it is going to go on YouTube. And
I tried to type in your vlog channel URL, and AMP just starred the whole thing out. Star, 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 star.
What does that mean, star?
Like, bleeped it out,
well, you can't put URLs in
I
the.
guess.
Well, they don't want to give YouTube any credit.
What the? No problem, Tom. You're welcome. What's the page? 48? I don't know. I forget.
I don't know. They used to give the same number, but you get to choose.
Yeah,
I'll
all
give
right.
you the options. The book is
I get to choose, but let me give you
90.
the options.
No, it's 90 pages long. Don't say anything
Oh,
above
okay.
90.
33.
Why? You like Larry Bird?
Is my number junior year high school. Baseball.
Some people used to call it the butt sex number
Okay.
because it looks like the one is doing the other from behind. You ever
Okay.
heard that in high school?
Nah.
All right. Well, this
I don't know
poem's
what
called
high school you went to.
"Always Love."
Oh,
Always love.
that's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
It says, tangled like the roots of ageless trees. Deep in the woods of New Hampshire, we grew together and became old as grandparents. And the sun warmed us, at times burned us, as the sheltering limbs struggled to offer protection against rain and snow. Tears, joy, sadness, sorrow, glee, pain, and always love.
I love that.
A little summary of their life together.
Yeah, I think the reference to the roots of the tree was
Yeah.
actually them. I think that's great. Do you have any thoughts?
Simple one. That's kind of what I
Yeah,
like. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, that's just a nice way to
Yeah.
sum up your relationship with your wife. They are
That's
now
fantastic.
grandparents. The sun warmed us, at times burned us.
Well, I feel like that's real.
Yeah.
You know, like that's showcasing what real.
I think he's saying is showcasing they went through every like emotion, like getting
Yes.
burnt and cold together.
Right.
Like
But they were
it
always
was
tied.
always tangled in love.
Wow.
You liked it.
I was a fan. I loved it.
Okay, you want to do another one?
Yeah.
I actually do love this guy. He's from New Jersey, and I think this is his only book of poetry he's ever published, and he's a shrink,
I don't know what that is.
psychologist, therapist.
Okay.
Shrink is like the
Shrink.
jargon word for it, I think, but he calls himself that.
Don't
Dude,
you
he's got
love
one? I got one that you're gonna love.
Okay.
I just read this the other day, and we've been talking about dads today.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
Hold on, let me find it because it was.
Oh, convenient, Maddie, that there's tissues right here.
So convenient.
Well,
Not
yeah.
that we were using those as a phone stand.
Yes, they're just like really simple, just like little like portraits of like wholesome life.
I think that's great.
Yeah,
I love poetry, man. I should probably start. This actually inspired me to read more poetry because I like it for a guy like me, like who loves like stuff like that. I should really be reading it more.
yeah. You want me to give you some books?
I might ask you for.
I
some
have a
books
ton
after
in
this.
my office
I would love to
because I
read
used
some
to read
poetry.
them. But you would like this one because he's a Jersey guy, and that kind of comes through.
That has like nothing to do with anything. I'm not even from Jersey.
Well, East Coast.
Jake's
Though-
friend was like, "Oh, I guess you're from Jersey."
No,
just
but
now.
there's a East Coast sentiment or sensibility that comes through.
no,
That's different out. That is
from-
that is the same as New York. It's
from
just-
him is what you're saying.
and he has it. Yes.
Okay,
Um,
I feel that. I understand.
all right,
that.
this is the one I flagged it because I liked it.
bent the page. What's it called?
Fathers.
Oh God, dude.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
My grandfather, who I called Popsy, was a bricklayer from Bayonne and wore spats and smoked stogies and at 5'4" could expand any room with grins and goodness. And my father, who I called Pops, was a CPA in suburbia and wore pleated pants and smoked Camels, and at 5'9" could stretch any house with smiles and sincerity. And my kid's father, who they call Pop, is a shrink in the city and wears well-worn memories and chews gum, and at 6'1" hopes for the same wide warmth that Pops and Popsy had to fill his family's hearts.
Model.
It's good, right?
Oh my God.
All you want to do is just be like your dad.
Yeah, I mean, that one hit me bad,
Yeah,
but I feel like that hits you harder because you are a dad.
Yeah, I am a dad, and it's different when it's like, fuck, I really want to give.
Right.
I'm lucky to have a great dad and to think,
Yeah.
I hope my son thinks about me the way I think about my dad, because I know that my dad thought about his dad that way, which is awesome. But both my
Maddie, I'm
grandpas
gonna
were
cry.
crazy. Yeah,
That's a beautiful poem.
it is. All right, we'll do one more. It
Holy
won't be
shit.
that. It's easy too. It's like so simple, right?
Yeah, but like that's what makes it
It's
great.
not like
I feel like
Whitman. You have to like think about like what the fuck's he saying here, and this is just. And I like poems. I like poems that are like
Right.
It makes you think, but not makes you not like what do those words mean?
right.
Like I know what he's
Like,
I
what's he-
know what he's getting at,
Yeah.
and that's gonna make me reflect or think
Right.
or have an emotion.
No,
Yeah.
I like the ones that are like you could barely understand even like the sentence structure is like for me like too far. Like I don't want to have to spend that much time thinking about
Yeah.
like what the poem means. You
Yes, you just want it to make you feel a certain.
know?
way.
I just want to feel good.
All right, choose another page. 1 through 90.
23.
23. It's called New Year's.
Oh, convenient.
Now and then is the parentheses. Do you want to read it?
Yeah, let me read it.
It's a short one. New Year's.
New Year's, tonight, clothed in black tie and propriety, we squint back at yesterday's New Year's celebrations, when we dressed in bell bottoms and defiance, and railing against the formality of this evening. We sneak off in gentle rebellion as we kiss the year goodnight and whisper of our love born in peace and protest into the morning.
They're hippies and now they're the establishment.
I think
It's another just little like reflecting on.
Yeah.
It seems to me like I always try to be like, why do you write this? Or how did this come to his head?
Yeah.
Like they're at a New Year's party and they're like, look at us. We're who we hated, but we like ourselves.
100%. Like
just
for
like the
me,
circle of life.
the reason that this poem was written was because they were at a New Year's party.
Yeah. He just got home from it and wrote it down. a
Yeah,
little bit.
wrote it down, and then probably a little like drunk too.
Yeah.
Like wrote it down, and then was like, "Oh, we're these people. We were these people tonight at tonight's party, and this morning we wake up new."
Yeah. And
And
a lot
fresh.
of people become who they thought they wouldn't be.
Yeah. Wow.
Anti-establishment. There's one on here, and then we got to go because we didn't book the room. Someone's mad at us about that. We do have to start booking rooms, I guess. I don't do that. And we didn't know we were going to do it today. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
Let me see if I can find it.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the main problem.
That's the big
I
problem.
wish there was a glossary here. There is. Because
I think
there's
every
one.
book is required to have a glossary.
So, dude, I go to bookstores and I just pulled it off the shelf and I was like, maybe I'll like this one.
This guy.
This book, yeah, just
no
random. I
shit.
got a whole book of poetry. I just pulled this one off, and that's what I do. I go to the poetry section because you can tell right away, like, oh,
Yeah.
this is formatted like a idiot. Like it's like random spacing and big letters, and like no, like make it simple.
Yeah.
And I pulled out one. I think it was called December.
Dude, that
And-
father poem is like gonna linger with me today.
Yeah, it's nice. And there's one about. I think it is about Christmas.
How convenient. We got a New Year's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Sport maybe.
What's this guy's name again?
Roger Granite, and I don't
Roger
think he has another book out.
Roger. Big Roger's having fun New Year's Eve.
He wrote 90 poems.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
done. He probably
He
just
probably
wrote it
wrote
over.
more, and he just didn't publish them. Like, he
Yeah,
probably,
but
like,
honestly, like these poems are like small.
Yeah, they're
and
just
like
thoughts.
get to the point. Like he's probably wrote this book in like a couple weeks, and I was like, I feel like writing poetry. Fucking
Yeah.
take a picture of myself, throw it on the back, and then just publish it.
Damn, I can't find this one. But it was about like he like goes in like the seasons here. Shit.
Oh,
What happened?
I just found my phone.
Where was it?
It was down here in the land of where the mouse was hiding at the start of the episode. It was in here. Now
Dude, I
nothing
do that
else
all the
is.
time.
Yeah.
Where the mouse
Dude,
was
I've
hiding.
lost my phone, and the phone's in my fucking hand.
Yeah.
I'm like frantically searching for it.
God.
Like you forget your hand is there. Anyways,
It might be this one. And then if it's not this one, I'll move on.
all right, man. You do this every Tuesday?
We're trying to get back to it. We're gonna do it Thursday at the warehouse before we start playing on Thursday at like 8. I think we're doing it at 8.
I've been really guilty this entire episode of like moving the mic
Like,
around.
it's fun.
It is fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Everyone
like,
does
jigging
that,
with it.
and then people make fun of like podcasters that do that. But then you do it, and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Shit, I can't find it. It was cool. It was about
Oh, let me just pick a random page. One more. Actually, no.
Pick a random page.
No, you pick a random page.
and you read
and
it.
I'll read it.
All right. The one that I had was, just to give you, it was the first one I picked up in the store, and I just flipped to a random page, and it was a poem about he got his son a basketball for Christmas, and then they were playing in the driveway even though it was covered in snow because his son wanted to play with the new ball, and I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck,
Yeah,
that
you're done.
that's
Yeah, you're
relatable
done.
as shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you get
And you were hooked.
and that's East Coast, or that's like cold weather
Yeah.
place, like
100%.
you know, you get something on Christmas, and even though it's 20 and snow, you go outside
You
and
go-
play with it, even though it's not ready.
You
it's
know
not,
what's so funny about that? I got a baseball bat, my first ever metal baseball bat, when I was like 7, and it was snowing out Christmas Day, and I was like, Dad, get the tennis balls and
Let's go.
throw me BP.
let's go hit. Yeah.
Unreal, dude.
Done that.
Unbelievable.
All right, I'm choosing page number 14.
Okay.
My number, and also Dalton Feely's.
I was just gonna say Dalton. Halloween night.
Okay.
Okay, sticking with the holidays and the seasons.
I think there's like 4 sections of the book, and he goes New Year's to Christmas. So it's like he wrote like they're in chronological order, which I also appreciate.
I like that a lot by Mr. Roger. I think that's Granay.
Well,
E.T.
you know, he's an
Yeah.
American, so
Right.
granite.
Granite. I read the first 2 lines of this poem, and I tell you what, this one's good.
All right, let's do it.
Tonight, well past work and classrooms, anyone can be anybody.
Ooh.
As we climb inside our costumes. Down the village, grown-ups ignore phone bills, while in the suburbs, children forget about homework. Bro. At these black and orange hours, we can make believe beneath a full moon and pretend against an autumn breeze. And throughout the playful evening, full-faced pumpkins only smile at fantasy as ghosts and goblins scare off reality until deep into tomorrow. That one. That was the best one.
Escapism.
Like, that's like a lot of escapism in Mr. Rogers' poems.
Yeah, but like escapism into almost like reality.
Right.
Like it's not. That's just Halloween night. Like,
Right.
it's not fantasy. He's just
Right.
like it's like looking around and being like seeing things as a photograph.
Yeah, I like that Halloween. I mean, the father one.
You're
was the
like
best one.
you're like him. And then there's another guy from Indiana. Morning fans know him, Ted Kuzer.
Ted Kuzer.
You'd like him a lot too. But sometimes a little more sad. Like he's got like a positive. Like,
Yeah, you
uplift.
could tell. Yeah,
Yeah, on everything.
He's looking at life in a positive
Yeah,
lens.
it's awesome. All right, maybe we'll do this again sometime.
Yeah, no, I love this, man. Thanks. I'd love to read poetry with you.
I wrote a poem when I was in 8th grade, and it got published in the high school.
Get out of here.
It got published in the high school, whatever, pamphlet. And a lot of things get published in there. But then I had 3 friends come up to me and be like, my teacher read your poem the whole class.
No way.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's awesome. Hey, from day one. From day one. Were
Yeah.
you always good in your writing classes? Because I wasn't
yeah.
good at school, but in writing, my writing
Yeah,
classes,
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, I kept a journal from.
yeah.
I wrote a book in college.
Did you publish it?
So like 100 copies to friends and family.
What's it called?
It's a really douchey title. It's Alcohol and Adderall, My Last Days of College. But it's not. It's about how much I didn't want. Like I was like, I'm not ready to fucking be in the world.
Ah.
It was like that. Like you don't have that because you have your life kind of set.
I was gonna
but
say-
when I was 20 to 26, lost as can be.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like I had no idea what I wanted to do in life, what I could do in life. Like fucking like pretty miserable. Because I knew I wanted to do creative stuff, but I
Right.
didn't want to go work for a company. So it's a lot about like graduating college and being like partying because I was like so terrified of graduating. But
Wow.
it's like half real, half fake. Like it's
Right.
Roma de Clef or some shit like that. they
Real
call it.
concept,
Yeah.
fluffed up.
Yeah, with some fake characters, some
Oh,
half
wow.
characters.
Like for me, if I
It's
were
probably
to book,
terrible. I was 21, so it's probably awful to read now. It's probably like
I mean, I
I'd
don't know.
probably be embarrassed of it.
If I were to write a book in college, I would have just entitled it "Get Me the Fuck Out of Here." Period.
Yeah, mine was like I need to stay. I'm not ready for like to be an adult.
Hey, dude, honestly, like, there's a lot of kids my age who could benefit from reading something like that, or even clipping this together and like posting it out there.
Yeah.
Because look what came of it, being lost 20 to 26, and now, you know, we're sitting here and you get to be creative every day.
It's true.
Wow, this morning show just took a great turn.
Yeah.
I should probably get out of here.
My poem that everyone read, I have it somewhere, was like that one for Halloween. Because it was like there is a poem called Childhood is the Kingdom Where, and it was like a template that every kid had to fill out. And then I wrote mine, and then my teacher submitted it. I didn't want it to be submitted it, and then it got
Without
published. It's
asking.
not like amazing. I was 14. But then,
Yeah,
my
like
friends
for-
were like, I was like, if you submit it, make it anonymous. She's like, no. I was like embarrassed. And then I was like, fuck, I don't want anyone to read that. And then all my friends were like, my teacher read it to the whole class. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's great.
Yeah.
I wrote a book, not a book. I wrote a essay freshman year of college called "The Greatest Love Story You've Never Heard,"
Ooh,
and I wrote about my high school sweetheart.
nice.
And the teacher was an instructor at Penn, which is like a great writing school. And she said she gave me an A+ on it. She's like, "You were the first freshman ever to get an A+ on the on the first paper." So that's like one of the accolades I take with me.
A lot of writing classes and kids and students are into like heavy fiction and
Yeah.
and sci-fi and like crazy stories. So I hated being in those classes.
Yeah.
Because I just wrote about like, here's what I did today, but in like how he does, like in a grander review.
Right, 100%. Like the creative writing classes like that I would take at school, like were just like excruciating, excruciating. Oh my god.
Yeah, I hated it. But that's the same as reading. I loved reading. I read books all the time.
Yeah.
But I assigned reading, assigned writing is work. It's not fun.
100%.
Like assigned reading's terrible. Every kid should just be like, choose a book you think you will enjoy, and then tell me what that book's about. And then teachers should just like try to have a bullshit detector.
I
Like reading Catcher in the Rye and being like, what did the fucking hat mean? It's like, shut the fuck up.
yeah, I don't care what the hat meant, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Even if you're into it. Like, even if I'm reading
Right.
that and I'm like, well, what's that mean?
Right.
The moment a teacher's like, what do you think it meant? It's like, gross.
Yeah.
Shut up.
100%.
That was my own personal thought.
Yeah.
Get
No,
that
100%.
butt out of here. And Holden Caulfield's a little bitch anyways.
Dude, honestly, I couldn't even tell you what that whole book was about. That
It's about a kid who's like, molested and scared,
oh, okay.
I believe.
And then there was the one where they go to the island and the kids kill the other kids. Which
Yeah,
one?
that's
Animal Farm?
No,
no,
Animal
no,
Farm
no,
is
no,
the one
no,
with
no,
the animals.
God damn it.
Damn it.
People will know in here. Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the Flies.
That was kind of interesting, but whatever.
But
I like
but
Hatchet.
But the second you put it in a classroom setting or
Yeah.
having group discussions,
Yeah,
the
you just
thing's
make
no
it-
longer
you're just
interesting.
Like, shit, that was cool, but you guys are making it nerdy.
Yeah, because I was always like in the back of my head, I was like, "What's your motive, Miss Teacher? You know, like why are you telling us?" about
you just
this.
interpret it however you want to interpret it. That's why people who write songs don't tell you what it's about all the times.
Right.
They're like, it's whatever.
Make
you-
make it
whatever
up for
you
yourself. I wrote a paper on why I think golf is a sport, which I didn't think had to be justified. It was like an argumentative essay, like we were learning how to like argue a point, and I failed. And I provided data, like all this stuff. I was like, you're literally on a 500-yard green field trying to put a however many
How'd you fail
inches, because the teacher wasn't like a sports gal, so she was like kind of picking favoritism. And I even like argued with her. I was like, do you realize how hard it is to put that little fucking ball in like a when you look at it from the mathematics perspective, and I'm not a math guy. Maybe I should get out of here.
Sport, I mean, I think we do have to leave because Courtney needs the room. But, I mean, any physical competitive activity is a sport, right?
That's what I believe. Anything that's competitive
And structured. Like sports are just a little more structured.
and someone wins, that's a sport. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll be live on Thursday,
Yep.
we think.
Yeah.
Don't hold us to it. And also, we're going to go live on, like, Talking Yanks right now. I think I'm literally walking out of this room into the other one, starting amp on the other thing, talking about Carlos Rodon coming to the Yankees. Maybe, hopefully.
Maybe.
All right.
Nice, man.
Thanks for joining, everyone. See ya.
Thanks for having me. See ya.